For you, what's been the biggest transformation in how this defense has started to perform the last 3 weeks?
First and foremost, I want to give all glory to my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. And tie into that question, I think a lot of guys have really come to their faith this season, and I think God's really taken control of this football team, and that's a huge testament to, some of the success that we're having.
But from the transfer, like San Jose was very fundamental and very sound. Now all of a sudden you're starting to get the turnovers, make some splash plays. Is something clicking a little bit better than it had been before?
I think, yes, and also each flow of the game is going to be different, right? Like San Jose was a little bit more fundamental, do your job, execute. You just got to be in the right place at the right time and doing your job and be in position to make plays and make turnovers when those things happen. We just got to be able to capitalize when turnovers come.
Jay mentioned you guys did a good job of keeping Dampier contained within the pocket. I mean, just how tricky is he? Because he really burn you at the last second of a play.
Yeah, no, he was extremely elusive, and we saw that on film all week. That was a big part of our game plan, so we were really tied into that. Just trying to keep him inside the pocket and, constrain the pocket and give him no ability to scramble. Thanks to our DBs in the back end, that was a big part of our game plan too, making sure they stay attached versus any scramble. So.
Dylan, you guys had to be part of that perimeter protection, helping him keep outside, keep eyes on him. For you, what did you think you guys did so particularly well tonight as a defense?
I think the game plan that we had the whole entire week was really because we know he can scramble, we know he's a playmaker. So when he leaves the pocket, eyes back to your man, follow him, don't get lazy, keep your eyes on your man, and just making sure you have great fundamentals.
Did you guys feel like you had to settle down? Because in the first quarter they were averaging nearly 10 yards a play. After that, much better. What was the, did you guys talk about it in the first half, kind of settle yourselves down first quarter?
I would say we didn't really play more aggressive, but at the same time we were just making sure we're seeing our keys, responding to our keys, and then just playing aggressive and playing ball.
Jay mentioned kind of a lot of you guys are watching film, and that's been a really big emphasis this year. Have you seen more people buy into that this year than maybe in previous years?
Absolutely. I think across the board, not even just defensively, but offensively. I think these guys really possess a genuine love for each other too, so it's really easy to come to work every day and get extra film, get extra work in. So we're just having fun. You get to spend 8-9 hours a day with your best friends, practicing, watching film, eating, doing all that stuff. So it doesn't really feel like work.
How important does that become on Saturdays?
Huge. This is a really physical game, and being able to just put your body on the line and for your brothers is a big part of this game, and so I think that's extremely important.
How crucial was that goal line stand at the beginning of the third quarter? They get down to the 1 yard line, have the false start, and then you guys get the turnover.
Huge. You never stop playing, even if they're on the 1 yard line. Doesn't matter. We can still get a turnover, and that's what happened right there. So it was a good opportunity for us to capitalize on.
Do those ones do a little bit more from a confidence standpoint of, like a turnover in the red zone offensively? Obviously, that's a little bit more back-breaking.
Yeah, I know, absolutely. When your back's against the wall and you're fighting for inches at that point, and you're able to get a turnover, that's a big shift in momentum.
You do have a defense that has a lot of veterans on it. You, Henry, Jack, Cam, James up front. But you're seeing a lot of younger guys, and Owen Long, Dylan come in and make an impact. How important is that it seems like you're stacking layers depth-wise on that unit?
It's extremely important. It's just a testament to these guys like Dylan and Owen, like you mentioned. They've really bought into the standard that we've set and the culture that we've set of this team, and they've just ran with it and then using their God-given talents to go execute those things.
Does Kennedy get some bragging rights? He's actually the first player this year to actually sack Dampier physically.
Absolutely. Yeah. Kenny
Was that secretly a goal for the defense to be the first unit to do that?
No. I mean, obviously we want to get as many sacks as we can, but we just go out, execute, do our job, see our keys, and those plays will come to us.
You've been here for a while. You're now a game away from bowl eligibility. Is that something you guys start talking about, or is it just the next game, the next task?
Next game, next task. Next week the objective is just to go 1-0. We know that next week could make us bowl eligible, and that's exciting. But that's really extended noise. We got a 1-0, and that's a good Nevada team that we'll play next week. So we just got to go 1-0 next week.
How good does it feel to see Kobe Johnson making some plays? I mean, he's a guy who maybe not getting as many offensive snaps as he would have hoped for. He stuck around, stayed committed. Now he's making big time plays and wins.
I'll go ahead. It's great just seeing Kobe work very hard at every practice. You know, he's always there every day. No matter how many reps he's getting on offense, he always finds ways to put his whole entire everything he has in the team. If it's on offense, special teams, and you saw it tonight.
As well, you know, Chase mentions Kennedy gets the bragging rights, but as a whole unit, you guys held a team that came into the game scoring 50 points in their prior 3 contests. Just how much pride does that instill in the defensive unit?
I think because we obviously heard 50 all week, but we knew if we just kept following Coach Banks' game plan, following the rules, technique, fundamentals, things like this happen. We show that we're one of the best defenses, and we showed it tonight.
Awesome.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks, gentlemen.
Thank you.
Congratulations.